Get full episodes of The Damage Report as a podcast on iTunes and Android, and you can watch the live show every weekday on YouTube TV. And now, without further ado, we turn to the 4 biggest awards of the night of the year in the main event. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so we've got 4 awards here. We've got the Good Award and the Bad Award, both from what we've decided and also the People's Choice for both of those. Why don't we start off with the bad and get to the good? First up, Garbage Person of the Year. Okay, so every once in a while we've done a garbage person, not as often as we intended to, but these are people who stand out for being really, really awful. Either cruel or disingenuous or whatever, okay? We've had a number, and so we thought about this. There's a lot of garbage people in America, it turns out, like 33% of them. I'm kidding, not that quite that many.
Deplorable job.
Deplorables. Anyway, look, I would love to shock you with some name that you haven't been thinking of or something, but this one kind of chose itself. The garbage person of 2018, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Really not shocking anybody. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Do you disagree?
I don't disagree. There's temptations, like Tucker Carlson said a lot of terrible stuff, like late charge by like Ann Coulter.
Oh yeah.
But really a consistent amount of, almost kind of have to hand it to him. The amount of times where you're like, don't get us into a nuclear war. Please don't do that. Remember when you sided against Mohammed bin Salman against the American interest and like that of the developed world not to allow the murder of journalists?
Yeah. It's a perfect storm because usually you have like the substantive policy awfulness, and then you have people like maybe Tucker Carlson who are like they're expressing terrible things, their ideology and all that. But Donald Trump really is the marriage of both of those things. Like whatever the opposite of chocolate and the opposite of peanut butter are, you put those together, that's Donald Trump. The analogy doesn't make any sense, but you get what I'm saying.
No, it does.
I mean, you got family separation, demonizing the press, calling them the enemy of the people, Jamal Khashoggi, as you mentioned, attacking Christine Blasey Ford, the constant lying, the laughable lying, and there's nothing else to be done. He's the garbage person.
So yes, and I don't want the like. There's kind of without him, there are no thems at this point.
Yeah.
They created him, but now they are doing an impression of their Frankenstein monster, and it's just this weird self-sustaining cycle.
Jeanine Pirro wouldn't matter if there was no Donald Trump. She wouldn't be doing an impression.
Speak for yourself, John. She matters to me.
Okay.
She's a judge. You must respect her.
Let's turn to the people now. So I asked you guys on Twitter who the garbage person should be, and I asked you for suggestions, and then I put it together in a Twitter poll, and there were 4 people in the poll. There was Brett Kavanaugh, Donald Trump, Tucker Carlson, and other. Okay, and let's see, maybe you guys disagree. It turns out no. People's Choice, Garbage Person of the Year, Donald Trump with 65% of the vote. Brett Kavanaugh got to 22. He did pretty well. Tucker Carlson is probably gonna be disappointed by that showing. He really tried this year. But no, we're all pretty much agree at this point. It is Donald Trump. There's really nothing to be done.
Way to go, America and the world.
By the way, a lot of votes on that, man.
How many votes did you get?
5,700, not me. On the poll, 5,700 votes.
Did we get?
So it's a representative sample of all of America, scientifically procured. It is not. Okay, so that's the bad one. But look, this entire night has been building up to the big award. We don't have Best Picture or. Is it Best Album at the Grammys? Is that the best?
Well, there's Record of the Year and Album of the Year and Song of the Year. And well, you have to go research it every year to remember what the differences are. Yeah, I honestly have no idea. But we have one award here. It was almost best, but we landed on who won 2018. Just so excited to get talking about it, but good intro, Brett. So we're gonna talk about the runners-up, but let's just put it out there. Who won 2018? There were some great ones, but it is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez winning in 2018 and winning as 2018. Really, she did a great job. She
not only like inspired people in her run, going up against crazy odds and taking down an extremely powerful Democrat, but she did so while not hiding one bit of who she is, either personally or politically, advocating for the positions not only that we agree with, but also that it seems like America really could use. Then once she wins the general election, she gives us unprecedented access to what goes on during the orientation, while also challenging the leadership and inspiring newfound support for a Green New Deal, advocating for Medicare for all and a number of other issues, inspiring certainly a number of candidacies that will come like the next time around. She killed it.
She also, one of the things that to me makes it so special is she appeared on this show with John Iadarola the final day of campaigning.
Before the actual election.
Trying hard to get this interview. It was like, she's never gonna take time out for this. She's so busy. And guess what she had time to do? Talk to you, John Iadarola.
And she was awesome. And we came out of that. I mean, obviously, we're familiar with it, but like talking to her, she was so real, so authentic, way more than I am, way more.
Yeah.
And that came through, I think. But no, just her advocacy for the issues during that interview, the fact that she had just come back from the border, from seeing the situation with family separation that was going on right then, it was absolutely awesome. And she has done even better since then. And unlike some other like strong progressive candidates, she doesn't like back down from a fight. When people challenge her, either fairly or unfairly, she fights back in a way that shows that she does have a great grasp of the issues. She's not backing down, despite the fact that she's young, and generally freshmen congresspeople are taught to sort of just sit in the back and learn a little bit for a few years. She's going right for it.
Because that town is designed to be terrifying. Not just from the organizational structure and all the people that are there that have spent so much time and money trying to solidify their control, but also just to walk around DC, even though you come from New York, to walk around DC and see those physical structures that are on the money, and then you walk into them, has gotta be absolutely terrifying. And a lot of people do back down, but I think what she relies on, it seems, is her authentic voice, knowing who she is, and being able to do that, it absolutely inspires other people to do. If not the same, then at least speak in their own authentic voice and not be afraid.
Yeah. Still, I do have to admit the possibility that I am biased because I've spoken to her. She's my personal hero, so maybe I'm in a bubble, okay, in choosing her. So I turn to you, the audience of the Damage Report. Who do you think won 2018? And decisively, you've chosen Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez with 71% of the vote. And by the way, beating out, I put in big movements there. I mean, Sunrise Movement only got 1%, which is sad for me because I care about the environment. But March for Our Lives was gigantic and influential. Bernie Sanders, she demolished Bernie Sanders. So I think a well-earned vote. I think you've got a couple, more than 1,000 votes there. So again, nationally representative, it's not. So it looks like we agree. The people, the hosts, she definitely won 2018.
Did you enjoy 2018 or did you have a bad time?
It was a difficult one. I think it was probably better overall rather than 2017. I think that 2017 is a little bit better because there's not the election, which was the worst experience of my life. And then 2018, we have the election and it looks like things are gonna go well. So it was not bad. What about you?
The Blue Wave, I enjoyed it. I got to work on this show.
And I'm very glad that you joined us. Thank you very much for watching this clip from the Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full Damage Report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.